Cool. All right. Jackson Marshall, what's up? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for being on here.
Of course.
Um, I know you're at the studio right now. You've been there for a couple days already.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Um, but let's just get right into it. Um, Red Car released, not even 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Tell me about the process of making it, and also just about like how successful it's been. You
Yeah.
have like over 92 like thousand streams already on Spotify.
Crazy.
Again, in like a week and a half. So yeah, how are you feeling?
I feel good, man. It's cool to see the song doing really well. It's cool to see people liking it. And yeah, kind of how it was made. I was actually with my friend John Kobe. He's been producing my stuff as of recent. So I really just drove down to his studio. He has like a little home studio, um, and it kind of started with like a drum loop, and then we kind of built out the little cool synth that you hear. And then yeah, the writing process was pretty easy for it. Um, Try not to think too hard about it, and kind of just cooked that whole day and made the song. But yeah, it's been the response has been great from all the videos on social media and the streams and stuff. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think you said that this song, this single, is like the best reception you've had for a
Yeah,
single.
for sure. Yeah,
Um, so it's really cool. But I wanted to ask you, like, you had Strike, and which we'll
yeah.
talk about that later. But you had Strike at the end of January. I wanted to ask, why did you decide Red Car was going to be the single post Strike EP? What
Yeah,
what made you decide that?
I would definitely say just because it was like the best one out of the bunch, like that I've been making recently. Because I definitely have a lot of songs in the vault or that I got to choose from. So Red Car definitely out of all the songs, it felt the most complete. It feels, I don't know, the most summer. It feels the most. Uh, it just makes me the happiest. Makes me smile. So because I think it's really good, but. Um, yeah, it was definitely my favorite song I've ever made. So it was, yeah, it was an easy pick for that for sure.
Okay, and you said that's your favorite song, but
Yeah.
in a live stream a couple months ago, you said that Train Station was your favorite song.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I did say that.
Does I mean, you said Red Card's your favorite now, but like, what do you guys say about that? Do you still believe?
Red Car's the best now. I probably said that at the time when Red Car wasn't even created yet, which
Mm,
was, I guess it's pretty cool. It wasn't created yet, but yeah, it's definitely Red Car now. Train Station's still up on the top five though, for sure.
okay, top five.
Yeah.
What is your top five? What's your top five Jackson Marshall?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, I gotta go Red Car one. I'll go Signs two. Um, Hit Me Hard three. I'll probably just name like all the Strike songs. Um, Maybe Collide four, and then I'll put Train Station five. Just
Okay,
for the list.
okay, cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. And let's just get right into Strike.
Yeah.
It was what an EP, what a
Yeah.
great track of songs, a run of songs, should I say? Run through the track. So we'll start off at Hit Me Hard first.
Yeah.
Um, how well for no, I'll ask you this. How long did it take you to make the entire EP? Like how was that
Yeah.
process?
Yeah. So the singles, the Darling one, that did pretty well, and then I don't remember the Rain. Those were already done for a while, and those were kind of the singles. And then I made the Hit Me Hard song with Kobe as well, the one who created I created Red Car with. And then Pretty When You Cry was actually from a session I did in LA when I went out there for the first time. Um, so that was created there. And then what was the other one on there? I don't remember the Rain, Pretty When You Cry, Collide, Hit Me Hard,
Signs,
Darling. That's it, right? Yeah.
signs.
And then oh yeah, Signs. That was just me in my room, like people sending me instrumentals, and I just kind of recorded it from my room. So yeah, it was pretty easy process. There was a lot of different like avenues of creation um, for that EP, but it was yeah, it was I like it. It's good.
And you mentioned him already, I think twice already, John
Yeah,
Kobe. What's
yeah.
your, relationship with him? How do you, what's your partnership, relationship? How would you describe that collaboration with him?
Yeah, so I actually found him like only a year ago now. So it was from my manager, and my guy who films all my videos. He actually connected me with him, so I just kind of went to his studio one time, and we just connected. We bonded really good over just music. We had a lot of similarities, like in artists we like, and he also played in like the shows, the little tour runs I went on. Like he's the guitar player on stage with me. So and he's really like super talented. He knows like every instrument. He's very very tapped in. So yeah, I just been making a lot of stuff with him, and then that's how a lot of those new ones were created, especially the Red Car one that I really like. I think that's the best one. So yeah.
And let's say someone is trying to get into Jackson Marshall, like right now.
Yeah,
What's the one song that you think they should start with from your discography?
that's a good question. Maybe Tattoos and Jeans. That's one of my I like that one because it's a little bit older, but yeah, you can start with that. Probably build your way up to the words you say, then get into the other EP. Maybe Fall too. Fall is a little bit of a deep cut too, but I like that one. And then eventually make your way to Red Car. I think
Okay,
that's a
cool.
good. Yeah.
I want to talk real quick. I'm gonna like switch
Yeah.
topics real quick.
Okay.
Um, let's talk about your affiliations, I guess you can call it, with some internet celebrities. Like for example,
Yeah.
Black Boy Max.
Yeah.
You've been on his streams a couple of times. You've done some of his competitions.
Mhm.
What was that? What were you on? What were you doing? And you made some songs, but talk about like what that was.
Yeah. So funny story. I actually was like submitting my music in his Discord for a while because he would go through like his fans' music. And lucky enough, like I submitted it really late in the day, and he scrolled on it and saw it, and it was pretty cool because it was a little different. Like a lot of his people in his stream like are like rappers, um,
Right.
which I mean it makes sense. That's what he makes. That's what he listens to. But I thought it would be cool to kind of stand out, make like pop, make pop music within the rap, which he ended up hearing it and he liked it, and then yeah, I got to enter in some of those competitions and. The first one I did, I got beat pretty bad. I got smacked, and then I did a couple other ones, and I think I won like the round and stuff. So it was pretty cool. I got to meet him not too long ago at Summer Smash. I was at the Chicago Festival,
Cool.
and he was there. I got to meet him. He was really nice. So it was pretty cool. The internet connection actually, I got to meet him. So it's pretty cool.
And you remixed Harry Styles, was it? You
Yeah,
remixed
yeah,
Harry Styles beats?
yeah. The Sweet Creature one.
Yeah,
Sweet
Sweet
Creature.
Creature, that's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Um,
was I got like that was a spin the wheel thing, and then I got a how to use the instrumental that was already like out in the world, so I just chose Harry Styles. It was a very left field curveball for the. I was against a rapper, and it ended up working, so it's pretty funny.
cool.
But yeah,
Cool. And then I also want to mention the Stoniola triplets.
yeah.
I forget which one it was, but they
Matt, I think
found
Matt.
Matt.
Yeah,
He found your song. I think he found "Darling."
yeah.
Just like scrolling on TikTok and seeing one of your TikToks. Tell me about how it was. I know you didn't meet them.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I actually think it was earlier than that. He was when I was in maybe 2 years ago. He found Makeup, and he put it on like his Spotify playlist, like, and then that he posted out to his fans. And then that actually helped the song get like a lot of traction and a lot of listens, and people found me from that. And then I just reached out, I DM'd him, I just like shot the shot, and he ended up answering, so it was pretty cool. And then he's actually really nice. We got to meet him and Chris when me and Toby, my manager, we were out in LA. We got to eat like lunch with them, so it was pretty cool. They were really nice. Yeah, they were really nice. Pretty cool.
And now I want to talk about you have and, you may have more, but I know there's two Instagram pages out there. You got
Yeah.
Jackson Marshall Live and you
Yeah.
got Jackson Marshall Updates. Tell me about like how it feels to have you got Instagram pages like like for you.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. I got to meet the one that runs the updates. She came to the OKC show, which was pretty cool. Like, it was pretty crazy. Like, it's definitely like weird at first. You're like, because it's a little like, it's like, dang, they're really tapped in, like they're watching your every move.
Yeah.
But it is cool though. They kind of like help you get information out, and then it's kind of like for the fans of the deeper
Right.
music. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's sick.
Let's talk shows. You said recently, this is very recent. It's okay. Um, you got in the works a headline tour
Yeah.
in possibly October.
Yes.
Tell me
Yes.
about the plans, what you can say, because obviously there's things you can't say.
Yeah.
But yeah, just, how can we get excited for Jackson Marshall
Yeah.
live?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say as much as I know. I know like LA is confirmed, and then we're trying to do New York and Chicago as well, and then of course like Texas, San Antonio. That's where I'm from, so
Right, hometown
we would do
show.
a headline there. Yeah. So it's not gonna be a crazy long tour. We're just kind of feeling out the waters, seeing how it goes, and then hopefully we'll do a bunch more like coming up, release some more songs. Sorry, is that really loud?
It's okay.
I'm
It's good.
outside right now.
Okay, cool. So we
Yeah.
we can look out for some more information soon about
Yeah,
that. Okay,
for sure.
cool.
Yes, sir.
Um, so back to like the music. I want to ask you, just in general, what's your process from like for the creation of a song? Like,
Yeah.
how do you start? Where does it end up? In the middle. What's the journey when Jackson Marshall creates a song?
Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, I usually been working with John Kobe, and right now we're kind of just in like a studio in Dallas that we got to stay out for a few days. So it's been a little like different of a process because we have like all the live drums and everything's just kind of at your hands. But yeah, with Kobe at home, like in San Antonio, it's we usually just start with like a drum loop. Like it's really simple, kind of from like a pack of drum loops, and then either we start with like a guitar melody and I'm kind of just humming the melodies, and then we usually just write and just create it from there. I guess Red Car, for example, it was we like play the synth first or like keyboard, and we had never done that before. It was always from like a guitar first. Um, so yeah, it usually starts with like humming melodies and then finding lyrics, and usually like finishing the complete song. It usually takes like a couple weeks or maybe even a month. Just trying to piece it all together and make it sound good, like with the little ear candy moments and all that. But usually the idea of the song can be kind of complete in that one day.
Right.
And yeah. But also I do record like from home too, just by myself. Either people sending me stuff or like stuff that me and Kobe work on, and I take it home. Because I like recording from my room too. It's really comfortable, and that's kind of how like I did all my first stuff. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of different ways the music is created or finished.
And in a session like this that you're on, how
Yeah.
many songs are you starting, and how many
Yeah.
actually are you actually like, finishing in, let's say, like
Yeah.
a week?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I guess sometimes they're done in like a couple days, and then sometimes like Red Car, for example, like we had the chorus done first, because it was like that's what we wrote first. It was like the synth part and the chorus, and then we kind of went to the first verse. So we had that all done, and then I kind of came back like another day, and I wrote the second verse, and then eventually like he played the solo at the end, and you kind of just build out the other parts. That took like a month to like complete fully, but sometimes it is done in like 2 days or a week.
And I imagine that there are parts of a song that you make that just don't make the cut.
Yeah, for sure.
Like maybe there's
Yeah,
like an extra verse or like an extra, you gotta like
yeah,
change out a line.
yeah,
How do you pivot? Like, how do you like think like, oh man, like this doesn't work. Like, how am I gonna like change it
yeah,
up?
yeah. I think it's pretty easy. You kind of just got to be honest with yourself. Like, I try to look at it from other people's shoes. Like, would someone else enjoy like hearing this, or like does it make
Right.
sense? Also having other people there to like kind of ask like, is what I'm writing make sense, or like, is what I'm saying, does this make sense? I don't know. Just having people that'll be honest with you. But usually I try to go off like the feeling that I get. If it feels good, then I just want to go with it, because go with your gut, I guess, your first instinct.
All right. And I want to ask, who are, well, first I'll ask this, like, what is Jackson Marshall listening to right now? What are the songs you're
My
listening to, the
Fall playlist.
albums?
Yeah, I was listening to Portraits of Tracy. Do you know who that is?
I do not know who that is.
She wrote a song called like "The Party." It's kind of big on TikTok, but she has a really good album out. I was listening to the Joe album, the recent one, "The Crux." I think that's what it's called. Um, then Kevin Abstract, "Blush." I was listening to "Blush."
I
Um,
did see how you were messing with the geezer with
yeah,
not Malcolm
yeah,
Todd,
yeah,
with Dominic Fike.
yeah. That's a good song. Um, I've been listening to let's see, Quadeca. I like
Okay,
Quadeca's
Quadeca.
music. He's really good. I'm excited for his album. Let's see. I was listening to Spacey Jane a little bit. That was my first time tapping in with them. Um, let's see. Roy Blair. I was listening to Roy Blair. Yeah, there's a lot in here.
Okay,
Uh,
and who would you say like is like your inspirations? Who do you
yeah,
kind of go to sometimes and try and like get some inspiration from? Or
yeah.
and also like who are your favorites? Like who are your favorite artists?
Dang, that's a good question. Probably a lot of the ones I just named. Like Quadeca's probably on there. And Joe's probably on there right now too. Um, I know like people probably hear the Dominic Fike with the early stuff, and he's definitely an inspiration too. I love Dijon's album, or just all his music. That's like some of the most comforting music to listen to. Brockhampton, they're really good. Um, Dang, who else?
Are these people kind of like both like favorites and inspirations? You kind of like
Yeah, I would say it goes hand in hand for sure.
quite cool.
I'm just like scrolling down the playlist. I listen to Two Hollis a lot. That's not really an inspiration, but he's so fire though. Let's see.
Any hyperpop, any like Glaive and Eric DOA or
Yeah. I listen to Glaive a lot actually. I definitely had like a full Glaive Eric DOA era of just listening to them too. And I like Glaive's new stuff a lot.
and
Um,
talking about these younger artists as well, like who do you
yeah,
want to collaborate? Like who do you picture or kind of dream of collaborating with in the future?
yeah. I mean, I just all those people I named would be super sick. Like I know Kevin Abstract's doing the Blush stuff,
Hmm.
where he's kind of bringing in people from like Texas and stuff, and I think it would be cool to try to work with that. I know that's kind of not in my hands, but if that would be definitely a cool collaboration. Um, yeah, obviously like the Glaive Erics. Um, yeah, I think me and Malcolm Todd would make a good song together. So maybe that.
It'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um, all right, I want to go down some songs that you've made. I
yeah,
kind of just want you to talk about making it, what you feel about it, how you feel the reception was for it,
yeah,
maybe how it performed.
yeah,
First one, always you got to talk about Darling.
yeah, yeah. That was sick. That was actually one I just recorded from my room. Um, so yeah, that was actually pretty. That was a pretty smooth one to make. I
Was
think it was.
that was completely in your room?
Yeah, it was.
Like
Um,
you recorded in the room?
yeah. So it was
Cool.
like I was just like, just had a mic. I was like screaming. Like I put like distortion on it. I actually made that in my brother's room at my house. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that one was received really great. It actually caught me off guard how much people like streamed it and listened to it. So that was sick.
Did you think that was gonna be the one to kind of like blow
I
up?
No, I really didn't at all. Because I know it did like pretty good on TikTok, like as far as like people hearing it and like receiving it. But as soon as it like got put out, the day it dropped, I was like, dang, this is people are listening to it, so it's pretty sick.
Do you have a song that you like wish did blow like sorry, how do I say this? Do you have a
Yeah.
song that like you wish blew up and got more of that popularity?
Yeah, definitely. I think like Signs. I think Signs is like a really like full put together song. I wish, I think it's doing good, but I think that's like it's way better than what it says it is, I
Right.
guess. And Fall too. I like Fall a lot. Fall
Yeah.
has a good video and everything, so it's pretty cool. Definitely those two.
Next, Makeup.
Yeah, yeah. Makeup. That was kind of the start, I guess, of was kind of right out of like high school, like graduation around that time. Um, so yeah, I was very caught off guard when I posted it on TikTok. It was like the slideshow method. You do like the little slides, and it somehow it like blew up and did really well. So that was definitely my first glimpse of like people listening to a song I made. It was pretty cool. I definitely I definitely have a hard time listening to it now because it's older, and I'm like comparing it to like a Red Car or something. It's like I would rather listen to Red Car 10 times, you know. But I'm very
Okay.
like happy. It kind of started everything for sure.
And you haven't mentioned it yet, I don't think so, but tell me, girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another one where like Matt he posted on his story, and that one was he helped propel like people listening to that. So yeah, that one was sick too. I like that one.
You said it already, Fall.
Yeah.
Great
Fall.
song. Great
Yeah,
song.
fall was fun, and we shot the video in Colorado for that. And it was like rain. It was like pouring rain. We were kind of like sad about it, but it ended up being one of like the coolest scenes that we ever shot. We had like an American flag in it, kind of like that.
Hmm.
Um, and it was really sick to shoot for that song. So I like that song.
And I think I was looking, into your TikTok. There was a different version of Fall that didn't end up coming out.
Was it really? Oh, there was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was
It
like a
was like
little
a slight
snippet.
version, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think that was like I posted a little video of like the mumble process of like
Mm.
creating the lyrics and stuff. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool. Dang, you know your stuff. That's good.
And I think you did say it earlier, but the words you say,
Yeah. No, that one's sick for sure. I think that was one of the cooler ones early on from that little Thrift Stores Near Me EP. It feels like a full song, and I really like it. It's pretty cool.
all right. And
Yeah.
switching gears again,
Yeah.
um, doing a quick little Google search on Jackson Marshall, it
Oh
pops
shoot.
up. It pops up. You played basketball in high school,
Yeah, I did.
and
I
you've
did.
won championships. You won medals.
We won like we went to state my junior year.
Okay.
Yeah, and we came in third or fourth. I don't know what the actual rating was because we lost the game, but we didn't play like a third place game. So I would say we were third. So we got a bronze medal. So, yeah.
But
No, it
do you
was sick
still
though.
play
Yeah.
basketball? Like, do you still play
Yeah, yeah.
basketball
No,
now, or?
I still play all the time. We just played like there was a court we walked to, and yeah, I still hoop all the time. It's my favorite sport to just go out and play, and it helps me like get outside and run like a bunch. So yeah, no, I hoop all the time with my friends, and yeah, basketball that was a fun experience for sure.
And I mean, did you see yourself playing basketball in the future? Like, if it wasn't for music, like, do you think like you'd be playing basketball right now?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like thought I would be an athlete
Hmm.
all the way up until like junior year of high school, maybe even sophomore year of high school. You kind of feel the dream slip away, sadly.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, it's just kind of reality sets in. Like, I'm not going to be an NBA player, even though wish I was. And I also played a lot of baseball. That's what the strike stuff was like.
Right, right.
Because my dad, like, he played baseball. He's still coaching it till this day. Um, but he played like for A&M, Texas A&M college in Texas. And then he went on. He got drafted to the major leagues and played till about I think Double A with the Royals. So yeah, I was playing baseball all the way from a kid to sophomore year of high school, and then I just chose basketball.
And you said it a little bit earlier,
Yeah,
just now about like the dream.
yeah.
And now you would you say you have a dream in making it big in music?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely like I switched gears kind of as soon. I
Right.
would say as soon as like makeup did well, or like as soon as I like kind of finished basketball because I had so much free time. I was like, dang, I don't know what to do with my time, so I'm gonna continue this passion of music and kind of see where it takes me. And yeah, I definitely have like a lot of goals and dreams with music that I want to accomplish, and I'm very confident I will do it. So, um, and I think it kind of gives you more time because trying to make it in sports is I think it's a smaller window of
Mm.
being like really good at sports, I guess. Um, so yeah, I think music gives you a little bit more time, and you can kind of pursue it for a really long time. So I'm really excited.
And so I wanted to ask, like, how, because making it in music, it could be very, very difficult, very
Yeah,
difficult.
yeah,
Um, so how did the people around you support? Like, 'cause it could be
yeah,
hard,
yeah,
because when you say I want to be a musician, some
yeah,
people might have judgment, they might doubt
yeah.
you. But now that you have this success and it's growing,
Mhm.
um, how have the people around you been reacting? I guess I want to
Yeah.
ask.
No, yeah. Honestly, like my parents were very, very supportive of it. Like, because I'm not in college or anything. I'm going full at music. Um, and yeah, they were very supportive of it. Like, and I think it obviously helps people around you to see like when they see results too, or like they see you do a show, and um, so that definitely helps. But everyone, like even to my friends, and they all were very supportive of it. In high school, it was definitely difficult. Like I released a full album, it's not up anymore, but
Mm.
like because it wasn't good. But like releasing like music in high school kind of got you ready for like any, I guess, no, I don't even want to say hate, but like it got you ready for anything that you needed to be prepared for. Because I guess when you get out of high school, it's like there's not many people talking about, um, I guess, the music and everything. So it's pretty cool.
And have you been like getting recognized in public yet? Have people been like coming up to you asking for pictures in Texas, or has it been more
Yeah,
kind of like low key still?
yeah. I mean, definitely at the shows, like when people come to shows. But I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like, they're there to see you. So that's definitely been cool. Like, I've had some people like dress up with like their own strike
Mm.
type jerseys. So that was pretty sick. Like people made some cowboy hats, some jerseys and stuff. I got recognized one time in Dallas Fort Worth, actually two times, and it was like a random person. So it was pretty sick. It was pretty cool.
All right. Um, we talked about that. You're born and raised in Texas,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Would you say Texas has an influence on your music style, or is it more of just what you're listening to,
yeah,
or does Texas, do you think that your culture in Texas influences your music a little bit as well too?
yeah. I'd say definitely so on some songs. Definitely as of recent, like I think embracing like being from Texas is cool, and um, yeah, definitely on some of the recent stuff for sure. Maybe not on the earlier stuff though. I don't think it affected it as much, but definitely on the recent stuff, I've tried to embrace it more with the strike, the rollout and stuff, using the some of the American flag and just the red, white, and blue colors. Like it definitely affected the music and stuff.
Cool, cool.
Yeah,
And just to wrap up, I want to ask, like, what's next for Jackson Marshall?
yeah. Well, definitely the show's coming up in October. Hopefully, we'll have the tour poster up soon. I know we're trying to confirm Chicago and everything still. So, but we're working on getting that little run complete and then posting that. And also, I'm making music right now, so hopefully, new music very soon in the summer. And yeah, who knows? Maybe album, not this year, but couple years down the line. But
Because
yeah,
an album takes a long time. That's like
yeah.
that's
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. It'll definitely take more time. I was just kind of throwing a joke out there, but yeah.
Well, real quick, I do want to ask, like,
Yeah, yeah.
because there's like kind of a little debate
Yeah.
online. What do you think is the perfect album length? How
Album
many
length?
songs? Yeah, how many songs?
Honestly, like maybe like 11 or 12. Probably 12. I'd say 12 is
12.
perfect. Like, cause I think 10 is too short. Like, cause I want more than 10 if I really
10,
like the
yeah.
if I really like the album. So I need like two more. 12 is probably the perfect length album. I
Because
would say.
20 is kind of crazy.
20 is crazy. Yeah, 20. I saw Morgan Wallen release like 40.
Yeah,
It's
that's kind of
like
crazy.
I don't know who's gonna sit through that, like respectfully, but yeah, I think 12 is perfect.
Okay, alrighty. Jackson
Yeah,
Marshall, thank you so much
yeah.
for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Yeah,
Um, where can people find you?
yeah. I mean the Instagram and the picture right here, and then everything else is just Jackson Marshall and everything. So yeah, that's
Alrighty,
probably
alrighty. Thank you so
about it.
much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it so much.